Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go.
Lead grip.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looking to throw. Jones. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive. Third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. First down, here's the run with Cook. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? It was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Running back, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, alert three. Alert three.
18.
Here we go on fourth down with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
50, plant.
54. Right, 54. Wild Bill. Right there, 54.
Jones now throwing on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Mike 51. Squeeze.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. We're scoreless after 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And to give this time to the tailback. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Big hit.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble...
He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 37. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing in first.
It got his man complete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Topper!
Back to throw. Jones throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Now a handoff looking right. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
We got to step it up. Right there.
Now Trubisky. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Right there, 54.
Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returning it is Moore. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Trubisky to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, Haywood.
You're not ready.
Hey, watch that.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Please grip.
Jones on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Christian, Travis. Hey, orbit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch me.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Watch 61, matchbox lights.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Line 54. Here we go.
Sponge. No. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Shoot. Go. Bravo. Fire.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on. Recon, 152 fighter. Check 13. Let's go.
Running from the shotgun with Dre. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Go.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You must be...
Ready?
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
And the Lions, first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, echo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch.
Get it.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they try the right side here. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Open man is got it. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Hey, lock it.
Check 15. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 8, read.
Check back.
Now.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's more on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings 32-yard line.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, the win is their 8th on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.